So whatever has to happen in life will come to you is the understanding. Right? So this understanding is two dimensions. One is called Prarabdha, another is called grace. They are two different dimensions. Okay. So everything what happens in our life, whether it's birth, society, circumstance, family, job, or profession, is happening in our life. Whatever circumstance which come on our life is happening. Right? What action I called is called doing. So happening is called Prarabdha. Action which I take is called Purushartha. Okay. So, for example, you are born in a family. Right? Is it a happening or is it a choice by you made? It happened. Your father gave a nose. Okay, nose of certain shape or ear certain shape. It just happened to your life. And you are a brilliant doctor. Okay? So to become a brilliant doctor, you need a brain, no? Who gave the brain? Father, it happened to you. Right? So everything happening in our life is just a happening. Now happening is called Prarabdha karma. Why it happened? Because some karma which I did unconsciously earlier started giving result now. Okay? So that is called Prarabdha. It's not because somebody designed it. I only unconsciously or consciously created something which is coming to me now. Right? It is called Prarabdha. Means what you get in life. Because of what you did in life. What you did, it will come to you. It's called Kannadalli Madidunna Maharaya anta. Whatever you did, it will come to you. It's called Prarabdha. It comes to you in the form of job, it comes to you in circumstances, family, relationship, everything comes as a Prarabdha. Now, Prarabdha is of three types. One is mild Prarabdha. Okay. So, whatever happens in our life is called Prarabdha. Prarabdha is because what I did earlier, that's coming to me now. Are we clear? So now, what Prarabdha comes to your life, you can respond consciously or unconsciously. Consciously means more and more you are becoming aware of your nature, then your response is conscious. More and more you live in unawareness, it's unconscious. Right? Unconscious response to Prarabdha is called reaction. What do you mean by reaction? Reaction. Whatever you did, action you did, again you repeat. Right? So last time somebody called you donkey, you got angry. Now this time somebody calls you, got angry, again you get angry, you are reacting. Whatever happened last, you are reacting. That means you are going through a program. You are not come out of a program. But you can come do a conscious actions also. Now you can come out of reaction to action consciously. So that time he called a donkey, I got angry. This time, and it upsets me. This time he called donkey, I smile. Now reaction to action you come. Right? Still, there is ego, a smarter ego. Compared to that time, you have become much more smarter and more aware ego. Okay. So this is what is called our journey of life. From unconsciousness to consciousness. Asatoma to Sadgama. But have you reached full light? No, not yet. So one day you will get enlightened. Aparokshadana happens. In that time, your actions are spontaneous. They're not reaction, neither they are action. In action, there is ego. In the reaction, there is ego. In the reaction, there is ego which is conditioned. In action, there is a conscious ego. But actions become spontaneous for Jnani. His actions don't fall into the category of reaction or action. It's called Naishkarmya, non-doership. How can you understand non-doership? A child is non-doer. Okay? A child is non-doer. There's no concept of action or reaction to the child. Right? So child kicks somebody, there's no feeling that I am kicking or I should kick. Just happens. So similarly, Jnani's actions are spontaneous. People try to find meaning or logic in Jnani's action. They can't. They do it based on their own impressions. Jnani's actions are Naishkarmya. It's a divine action. It's not an individual action. In action and reaction, there's an individual. In divine action, spontaneous action, there's no individual. There's Ishvara. Right? So now, up to this now, is Prarabdha karma is happening to you. Means whatever you did is coming to you. But a Jnani, when he starts acting, which is spontaneous, which is divine action, something more than what you ask for can come to you. That's called grace. Because when you are acting on your own, you are individual. In that, whatever karma can pay you back. Means your bank balance only can pay you back. But when ego is gone, somebody has become Brahmavid, knower of Brahman. It's called fourth stage of enlightenment. I don't know whether you read my study my article. Jiva Mukti Viveka I heard. Yeah. In the fourth stage of enlightenment, so fourth stage means Saptapati or Brahmavid. Now he is no longer ego. Now who is he? Brahmavid, Brahmaiva Bhavati. Knower of Brahman, he has become Brahman. Now who is operating through his body-mind complex? No individual. It's Ishvara, universal consciousness. Right? When Ishvara operates through body-mind complex, what is the world? World is also Ishvara. Right? So then whatever is required will start appearing from somewhere. Right? Not logically. Got it now? See, for example, when I eat food, my mouth opens, stomach will operate. Some juices will create because they are part of the own whole. My body only is responding. For Jnana's action, universe will start responding because he's universe.
One with
universe. For an individual, his karma will bring him something what is required. Right? It will bring to fulfill the Prarabdha karma. For a Jnani, if he is involved in Loka Kalyana, the universe will bring him what is required. In whatever way. That's called grace. So earlier, whatever has to come to you will come because of Prarabdha. Now, whatever has to come to you will come by grace. Because no individual doer. Ishvaranugraha. So, in both the cases, we'll say, whatever has to happen in your life will happen. This statement is same. In the first case, whatever has to happen in your life will happen because of Prarabdha karma. When the grace starts operating in your life, whatever has to happen in your life will happen because of grace, not because of Prarabdha karma.
In an individual case, is a transition or it's kind of a again, ego is the one is asking that question.
Ego is asking the question.
Yeah. So,
Prarabdha karma will take him like that? What is that?
To reach that next level.
Oh, how does that transition happen?
Okay.
See, we start, ego is of three types. How does the transition happen from Adnana to Jnana? So, ego is of three types. Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattoguna. Tamoguna is laziness, inertia. Rajoguna is activity. Sattoguna is Jnana. So, gradually, after many lifetimes, we will start moving to Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattoguna. It's many lifetimes of life learning. Right? Tamoguna is laziness. In many lifetimes, you are lazy. So something will kick in your life. Then no, how to become active. I have to achieve something in life. Rajoguna. Too much of thoughts. Right? They are all Rajoguna. Then gradually you do some good karma in the Rajoguna. Samvat. Then good karma will bring you some grace. Some guru or somebody will come in your life. The good karma. Now the guru is coming not because guru karma. The good karma is bringing you something good in your life. It's also part of our karma. Guru appeared in your life because of karma only. Okay? But Guru brings with him a package to destroy the karma. But why did it happen in your life? Because of Prarabdha karma only. Okay? So then when Guru comes in, then he tells him from Kamya karma, selfish action, you do Nishkama karma, service. So he is helping you to come Rajoguna, he is helping you to go to Sattoguna. Okay? So then what will happen? This is not one lifetime. Many lifetimes. Okay? And it's unconscious evolution. Unconsciously evolved. Unconsciously you're struggling. I'm lazy, it's not successful. Then I have to do something, I'm not successful. I'm doing hard. Like that you learn many lifetimes, not one lifetime. Okay? It's not one lifetime learning. Just as Sri Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mapute. Many lifetimes of effort is required. Or rather, life is required. See, basically we learn unconsciously to move from Tamoguna to Rajoguna, and Rajoguna to Sattoguna, conscious movement happens. I do Nishkama karma. After bhakti. So why does it happen? Satsanga. Maybe in some form, guru, maybe from company will come. Why satsanga came? Because of prarabdha karma. Right? Now satsanga, you started Shravana, Mana, Nidhyasa, Guru has come into life. Then one day you'll get Atma Dhyana, stage 4. So now what will happen? Up to this, whatever has to come to your life has come in right time. Everything comes only.
Yeah.
Nothing is, what happens in your life is happening in your life. It is coming. It's correct only. But after Dhyana also will come. But it's not because of karma, but because of you have become one with the universe. It's called grace.
Right.
So will Prarabdha karma be there? It will continue. But Gnani will start doing some Loka Kalyana. For Loka Kalyana, who is doing Loka Kalyana? An individual cannot do. Ishvara will do through that body. Then what will happen? Ishvara will bring whatever material is required from somewhere. That is called whatever has to happen, whatever has to come will come at the right time. So these people don't make it very clear. What has to happen will happen. What has to happen will happen because of Prarabdha karma, or what has to happen will happen because of grace.
See, the grace will also eventually happen in an effort required.
No. Everything is a grace. What has happened for Prarabdha karma is also because of grace only.
Yeah.
What has to happen will happen to you only, no? Yeah. For your learning, no? It's a grace only. But still unconscious evolution happening. Then once you start becoming aware, then there's no individual there to make a conscious decision. So then what will happen? Whatever has to be brought to you becomes grace, synchronously. It will start much earlier also. Okay, as you become more and more aware, more synchronicity will start swinging in your life. But when you become Gnani, synchronicity become moment to moment. Because there's no individual doer. Naishkarmya. So that's called grace. See, the definition of grace is what has to happen to you will happen at the right time, right place, in spite of your effort. And not because of you. That's called grace. Right? So now, earlier also, a definition of Prarabdha is whatever has to happen to you will happen at the right time and right place because of your effort, earlier effort. So difference between these two is this.
Yes.
So we can say whatever has to happen to you will happen is a right statement. It will happen because of Prarabdha or grace. Right? Prarabdha is because of your earlier doing, grace is because of divine will. So grace will happen more and more if you are involved in Loka Kalyana. Because Ishvara can only do Loka Kalyana, he can't do selfish activity. So in case of Amritanamayi, there is a story. Amritanamayi, one a doctor in California, his mother, he gets a report from his mother, 3rd stage cancer. He is a cancer specialist in California. So he got shocked. Then he says, I'll come back to India. Within a week, he is cancelling his leave and coming back. When he comes back, he says, Mother, my cancer is gone. How can it go? A 3rd stage cancer. No, Amma blessed me. So then show the report, cancer is gone. He has never seen such cases. Then he goes to Amritanamayi. Then he sees she is divine. He says, I want to leave my job in California. I want to do service here. What should I do? Open a hospital, she says. Where? Go there and open. If it goes there, there's nothing is there. Only water is there. It's a black water. Then what should I do? Stand there. Then some people come and remove the water. Then one by one money start coming. They build a building. Okay. So then doctor says, I need equipment. Each equipment will cost crores. Do the building, equipment will come. Create a room, X-ray machine, such a room is required to do it. So he does, somebody will send an X-ray machine, somebody sends a machine. Everything, ultra modern hospital, which government cannot do, happens. Yeah. Now this is grace. Okay? If the doctor is doing it, it's because Prarabdha. Now 2 ultra modern hospitals in India. One is in Kerala and another is in North India. And this facility is not there anywhere in the world also. It's not human being, it's a grace.
I saw that news clip where Modi came and inaugurated.
That's ultra modern. Government cannot, with all the money, they cannot do it. This is called grace. This is called Naishkarmya, non-doership. There is a sloka in Bhagavad Gita, repeat after me. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat krapa tamaham vande paramananda madhavam. Right? Yat krapa, the grace makes impossible possible. Okay, but this will happen in your life, but not because of your doing. It's a divine will. Prarabdha also happens in your life, not because of your doing, it's divine will. Both are happening, but there's a difference in the category. So now he knows what has to happen will happen. Because of either Prarabdha or grace. So like he lives his life peacefully. Are you clear? Next question. Can you go to next question, Gayatri?
Then, I mean, it's not necessarily being passive also. That's the thing. Just go with the flow of life.
So this whole concept of passivity is false.
Oh.
See, the passivity and activity, there's a doer.
Sure.
The whole active spirituality is non-doership. Non-doership is not inactivity. Non-doership is no doer in action. The passivity is not spiritual reality, neither activity. Okay, transcending passivity and activity in non-dual reality, in which case there's no doership, but action without doership. Can you go to the next question, Gayatri? Stop. Question is, there is a order. Okay, something happens in my family life. Maybe I have to retire, right? So whatever has happened to me will happen. It's true. Okay. So whatever has happened will happen. But what happens, how we respond can change depending on what is your inner state.
Inner state.
Okay. So what happens to your life is continuing to happen because Prarabdha or grace. But how you handle it, Purushartha, will keep shifting depending on your inner evolution. Okay. So our action or reaction in life is based on our thought process. Right. Now, the thought process can be individual vasana based, universal consciousness. How did you distinguish individual consciousness? Vichara. Is that individual? Sure. Now you have to bring a description of thoughts. Discrimination ultimately. This mind, this individual thought or Ishvara's thought, because the response is yours. Right? So what is the difference between individual thought and universal thought? Ishvara's thought. So individual thought is always a hidden motive. So istic impressions are there, hidden in that. Okay? Ishvara's thought, there's no hidden impression. It is the welfare of the whole. Loka Kalyana. So gradually start discriminating. When you take action, gradually discrimination will arise. So more and more your actions will be holistic oriented rather than individual oriented. Okay? So that's how it changes. Whatever happens to your life will happen. But how you respond will change. So now, I want to take retirement or not. So that's the thought. So then, whatever has to happen will happen. Yes, tomorrow also there will be job. Paycheck will come. But the action is I should not do anything is also inaction. Or I should do something or also action. Now, is it coming from ego or Ishvara? That's the question. Did you understand my question?
No.
Ishvara's actions are inspiration. Okay, there's no preservation of the self-identity. There's no preservation of selfishness. What I can do to the cosmos, little bit I, is Ishvara Prarepana, they say. So from individual, you start moving into Ishvara Prarepana. Then your response to the situation will change, not the situation itself. Are you getting what I'm saying? No, that like that. So whatever your thought process starts shifting from individual egoistic based thought process to cosmic thought process based on Ishvara will. So it is correct to say whatever has to happen will happen. Okay, whatever action has to be taken will happen. So earlier action will happen based on doership or non-doership, with the ego-based action, reaction or action. Now it'll shift to unaction. Based on the inner prerepana, deep inner intuition, your actions will start happening. So the shift will happen. So whatever has to happen will happen is correct, either because of grace or whatever has to happen will happen, but your response starts shifting, and gradually as starts response shifting, and more you'll start falling into the Ishvara will, not individual will. Then action and reaction becomes unaction, naishkarmya.
Inaction word, inaction. Actually, unaction is right. I don't know.
There is action. There's a word called action. There's called reaction. There's called inaction. There's called unaction.
Generally, we don't know.
So, if somebody called you donkey 10 years back, you get angry. Now he calls donkey again, you'll get angry. It's called reaction. Reaction. It means programmed action, you're reacting. Now this time you call donkey, you'll think, oh, okay, why should I react? Okay, I'll go this way. It's called action. It's conscious action. Reaction is unconscious. Action is conscious. Inaction is he called you donkey, you don't do anything. Inaction. I mean, don't do anything, you do something else. Inaction. So inaction and action both come from conscious deliberation. Reaction comes from subconscious. Unaction comes from superconscious. Divine will. It's called naishkarmya. There's no doer, individual doer. Right? So your deliberation is correct. Whatever has happened to you will happen. Okay? But the way you respond, initially will be Purushartha. Gradually, Purushartha is unconscious. Gradually, it becomes conscious. Then it becomes naishkarmya, means non-doership. Then the actions will be divine. Response will be divine, flowing through you. Did I answer your question? Mm-hmm. So, you have to ask the question, what has to happen will happen. Now, I'm doing or not doing something. Is it ego-based or is it divine will? That's the question. Deliberation has to go that level. That discrimination has to happen.
If you want to cut back from your active professional life, because sometimes you become so transactional, whatever, to devote more time in spiritual progress, is it wrong?
So the question is, I'm a doctor. I can help so many patients. I can get involved. I can help so many patients, and I can continue to treat patients. So is it right to think that I'll get away from profession and sit silently?
Or cut back, say 20%, whatever.
Cut back some amount. All question is now, what are you trying to get? What are you trying to do? Right? Ultimately, all of us are living for an inner state of peace.
Peace.
Okay? So is your peace getting disturbed in your profession?
Actually, time hoide gottagala.
So peace is not getting disturbed in your profession. Then why do you want to cut it back? Right? See, I have to move away from something which can disturb me. Right? Ultimate peace is about self-realization. So as a medical profession, it's a service profession. I'm finding peaceful, joyful. It's not causing me stress.
Similarly, teaching as well, and now starting
Teaching also gives me joy, fine. Good about it. Right? So now, I want to sit some time and relax and go inwards in my samadhi. That's also okay. Find some time. Now, a time will come. See, I have. So somebody will kame karma, selfish action, will start doing nishkama karma. Service is a nishkama karma. As a doctor serving the patient is nishkama karma. It will purify. Mind will become peaceful. You can continue to have the peace also. Nothing wrong in that. Now, I am is Brahman, I is consciousness, I am is existence, Sat, Chit, Ananda is there, then what are we seeking?
Nothing to be-
Nothing to be sought. Right? So the question is, no, if I give up this and sit silently for some time, I'll find more peace. Is this more peace than the profession serving the patient? You have to ask. Right? So if it gives more peace, go there, no, do that. If you can find some peace, moving away from profession and some more peace, find it. No, this gives me peace. I spend half an hour in meditation. That's also peaceful. So what else you look for? Correct, no? So always we have to look at our valuation, how to look at it. If I don't do this, what else I'll do? What is alternative? Never do anything out of negativity. Never doing it out of any social conditioning. Oh, that all the monks, they left their job, they went out, they became there. Don't do that. You have to evaluate this I am doing. By doing what can I be more peaceful? Is there something of that nature? You have to ask. If it is there, please do it. Right?
Simple test question.
Simple test. The answer for that, your question, how do you answer decisions in life? Go by your bliss. Bliss means how peaceful, how joyful you do in something. So I am blissful in doing this. Now I have alternative. Are you blissful? If it's more blissful, go do it now. Ultimately, you are not looking for profession or anything. You are looking for bliss only. Follow your bliss. That's the decision making point. So then what I do, will it help more people or society? Do it. Compared to less. I'm able to do this much only. By doing this, I can help more people. Do it now. My contribution can be larger by being blissful. Do it. Is it very complicated? So the simple statement is, bliss is your guide. What makes you joyful, blissful, and what helps, what is a service activity, do it. It doesn't mean that I have to sit and close my eyes and meditate. If you feel like that, do it. But please understand, with eyes open or eyes closed, we can be blissful. Have you seen any photo of Ramana Maharshi where his eyes is closed?
No, there is no time.
Okay. So listen to my Jivan Mukti Viveka talks, the latest talks.
Okay.
Latest last two, at least three talks, you listen to that.
Okay.
So
What happens is, probably, I'm not answering this question, but we also feel that there's a feel of, if I'm not doing anything, it's like I consider it as a duty, so I'm running away from duty. Like, that kind of a feeling will come because I've done for the last 30 years.
right.
Now if I don't continue, I'm running away from duty. So there's a guilt.
Yeah.
Another is escape from that. So there's also a regret that I'm not spending much time for meditation.
Correct.
So there is a combination of guilt and regret, which will make you to continue to do this. But your point is right. If I'm more blissful, I think there is a way of one. That's the reason for that. Some 30 years of service is there. So we should also have a contentment. No, I'm not doing so. There's a guilt, so not doing service should not come. I think that's what we are trying to say.
See, basically, so the question here is, or rather, observation here is, many times I'm doing something, there's a momentum, past momentum. 20 years I've been doing, 30 years I've been doing, I'll continue to do it. Okay, if I don't do it, example, okay, let me go. Doctor's profession, I've been trained to a doctor, I've been doing service for 30 years. If I don't do it, there may be guilt that I'm not doing. I'm not using my skills. Okay, one way. Then at the same time, if I'm not meditating, I'm missing something in meditation also. So, right? This side the guilt and that side meditate. Then how do I choose any between anything? So the whole question is an invalid point of discussion. What we are looking for life is peace. What we are looking for life is bliss. Okay, that's all we do. It's not meditation, not a monk, not sannyasa, not God also. Ultimately, we are looking for inner peace and bliss. Now, the bliss or inner peace will be disturbed when you are doing selfish activity, when there's ego. When you are doing selfless service, the ego will be very less. You are blissful, whatever you do. And you will not be disturbed by the results also. That means you have already moved into Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is always blissful. If you are doing Karma Yoga and you are feeling stressful, that means it's not Karma Yoga. In Karma Yoga are blissful, pleasant, and joyful. In Karma Yoga. If you're doing service, it should be bubbling with joy, energy. That means Karma Yoga. So there's no question of dropping Karma Yoga. Okay. So now, here, you are already blissful and you are already Atma Dana, whatever last Dana you have. So, by sitting in meditation, silently away from that, only thing which you are achieving is, you are trying to get rid of deep-rooted impressions, which cannot be easily overcome in action. Hidden impressions are there. They're called kashaya. So they will be there. For facing them, you have to sit silently for some time. Meditation is you can practice meditation. You can do karma yoga. You can be a good doctor for 15 hours a day. Sit for half an hour, 40 minutes. Now, in that half an hour performance is like your test case. Whether inner impressions are there or not. Right? In medical, in doctors, doctor will give a prescription. Treatment they will give. So then after that, they have testing. Whether the disease is cured or not. Meditation, half an hour meditation is your test. How much is the impression remaining? I am peaceful in action, but am I peaceful in silence? So if your subconscious impression is subsided, in that silence, there will be deep silence. No restlessness, no thoughts. So now if there are thoughts, that means the Karma Yoga is helping you to get engaged, but subconscious impressions are remaining there. How do you get rid of subconscious? Then you need to spend time in meditation. Start with half an hour. In the half an hour, as gradually subsides, half an hour become longer. Then you feel, oh, this half an hour is not sufficient. 1 hour is okay. You do it. Then cut down 1 hour in your duty. No, this half an hour is sufficient. I'm already peaceful. How does it matter? I'll go and more action also. Do it. So meditation is more of a testing your subconscious impressions in that sense. Meditation will not lead to enlightenment. Okay? It's not like meditation is not samadhi or meditation does not lead to enlightenment. Samadhi or meditation is a process of observing your inner impressions and facing them. Okay? Jnana, Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa is Jnana. Shravana, Manana. Nidhyasa is only to get rid of impressions. Shravana, Manana is to get more clarity. So in Vedanta, Shravana Matrena Mukti, listening alone can give Mukti because clarity. Because after what is conscious clarity, it becomes subconscious clarity also. But Nidhyasa is helpful because you will observe what is stored there if it's coming out. So longer and longer hours of meditation, it is you have to judge. Is it useful for me? So in action, I'm peaceful because it's service. In silence, am I peaceful? You're done. Then you determine how much silence is required. Half an hour, 40 minutes, 1 day, 1 hour. That decide. That will determine how much time you work. A deep inner silence where you are very clear, I am Brahman, will emerge. So for that, closing your eyes, sitting silently in Nidhyasa will help. That also will tell you, should I spend more time or not? Ultimately, sir, doctor, I'm giving food. I can give you food, but ultimately you have to know whether your stomach is full or not. Right? So inner peace, am I fulfilled? Feeling will come. That's your guide. That's why bliss is the guide. There's no yes or no standard answer for that. I'm blissful in doing practicing meditation. Do it. Are you blissful in sitting silently? Right? Both places you have to check.
Yeah.
If you're not, that means subconscious impressions are there. You have to face them. You need some time off from your job to face them until they settle down. So what I used to do is I used to work from morning to evening in the office. Night I'll come at 9 o'clock, long hour, 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, I used to meditate. Sit silently. I am not leaving job and I can't afford to leave job also. I can't afford to leave job, right? So actually I was working with Guru Anand in our office. Our work was very hectic. Okay, all of us were working. He also worked 9 to 9 will work. But my job starts at 9, after 9 to 1 o'clock meditation. So 2 in 1. right? So I can't leave my job.
ಬಿಡಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಜಾಬ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, then I could not think of leaving the job because my survival, family survival depends on that. There's no, see, up to a certain point of time we will live for survival. You have to do work. There's no choice. The question will come only when you have crossed the survival level, affordable level. Then the question will come: should I do it or not?
Then the bliss is the guide.
In that case, bliss is the guide. Till survival, there's no choice. Till survival, you have to use your skillfully. You have to do whatever office work I do it as karma yoga. Actions became karma yoga. Then go and sit meditation, become dhyana yoga. Both worked. I didn't run away from anywhere. And I never had a question, should I do this or not? So then I worked like that. I was very peaceful. Difficult circumstances came, I faced them. Then a point came in time. Financially, I'm decent, doing good enough. Now, should I continue to do this? Is the question. Okay. I could continue to do and earn some money. But there's more than sufficient for what I have earned. It's good enough, whatever is there, I can have a decent living. Then what do? Then now question becomes whether money and time or profession and time. In profession, I was not doing anything, it's only some business work. So I thought I'll dedicate more time for service. Not that I will sit silently. Actually, I have become more busy than the corporate life.
I think there is one difference. Everything is service. I'm going to put in his
okay.
Doctor. They consider the profession itself is service.
Yeah.
But that is where the catch is. Engineering also is service. But doctor is more service oriented.
Yeah.
That's really correct.
Right.
But what happens is you are also getting money.
Yeah.
But we should not forget that there is a point where they reach affordability.
Yeah.
And the guilt has to go because I am doctor, I am serving society more. It's a kind of feeling. But other person who is doing it, he's also serving.
Yeah.
But our internal feeling is, if I stop that, I am stopping social service. I think that dilemma has to go.
Yeah.
So as Prabhuji told, its affordability has reached a stage.
Okay.
If you stop that service, it is not a sin. I mean, it is not
okay.
wrong.
So he is clarifying. So as a doctor, I'm serving patients. I'm looking after many people. I'm getting money also in return. Okay. In a sense, it's not selfless service. In a sense, it's not something you do, something in return you get. Of course, you may be internally, you may be saying that it's a service. So now, by doing that, by stopping that, am I doing anything? Now the question you have to ask is, if I stop this, what else I can do is better than this? Right? Can I do service to some 100 patients without asking money? Can I afford it? That's the next level question. So, I mean, typically I put a question to these people like that to understand. Okay, way to understand. So I'll tell people that you are put in a jail. Okay, you're locked up, and you are 100 years imprisonment. Okay, imprisonment is 100 years. Now you cannot come out of jail, but you are given a choice in jail. You can do one activity of your choice, but condition is nobody will come and appreciate you. Nobody will give money reward for you. But you have to do for next 6-7 years of life. What will you do? Is the question. So now I'll ask the same question to you. If you don't get the money, if you don't get appreciation, then is there something you can do? Still be joyful.
I think still it comes back to teaching and taking care of patients.
Yeah.
Now you can do it with a more clean mind and more.
Yeah.
So or you can cut back.
So whatever is there, can I disconnect it from money and appreciation? Still, I will do that. Still, I be peaceful. That's your life purpose. That's the purpose of your life. Can you do for more number of people compared to what you do? Can you help more people without any link to reward? That becomes complete nishkama karma.
It is also very important. Selfless and monks, most especially like Ramakrishna monks. They're not getting anything.
Yeah.
But they are not keeping quiet and sitting inside.
Yeah.
Ramakrishna always proclaims So Vivekananda always, Swami Vivekananda said, action.
Atma action.
So all the monks follow that. These are like this service. So they are assigned activities full day.
So please understand, spirituality is not, it's not about inertness. Spirituality is not spirituality, alertness, not inertness. Spirituality is not inaction. Spirituality is action without doership. It's called Naishkarmya. Okay. So now the question here you have to ask yourself, is there something I can do? See, ultimately time available to us is same thing, right? We may live for another 5 years or 10 years. As a heart specialist, we know tomorrow morning whether we'll get up or not, we don't know. Right? So the question is, in my life, with the given time frame today, is there something I can do better with less link to reward, more link to service? Is the question you have to ask. I think that's about outward agree. Is there something I can do? Sit silently, observe what's happening within me, and see that in inner calmness I have achieved. Meditation and action, they go together. Action, only thing is you have to ask yourself, from action, if I remove the reward, still I will be doing the same action or not? If I remove the action from the reward, maybe money or name, if I remove reward, will I be doing what will I be doing? What I'm doing, can I do it for more people without linking to reward? That's the next level of evolution in service. So that's why I just gave for a funny as a joke to tell the service. Somebody is trying to commit suicide. Okay, one person goes there. Don't commit suicide, don't commit suicide. Please come back. He pulls him back. Oh, thank God you saved me. Okay, the person says, you must be great. No, Baba, I didn't save you. If you had jumped into the well and somebody saw that I am seeing you, then police will come and catch me. Right? So I am afraid of police, not because you committed suicide. All our selfless actions also, there will be some selfish motivation there. So basically, it is appears selfless, but is there a tinge of selfishness? You have to see.
You can only be the judge of that.
You can only do. Yeah. So there are this selfish tinge is called Ishana. Ishana. The selfish tinge comes in different ways. Vichara. Vichara means money and possession. So it will give me more. Okay, Vichara. Then comes from the Putreshana. Putreshana means my family. I'll take care of my family, or I'll take care of my friends, relationships. Okay, this will give me comfort of more people coming and talking to me. It's called Putreshana. Then this is called Vichara. Lokeshana. Subtly, I'll feel appreciated. This name and fame is subtle. So these are all tinge our selfish actions. And do not have to run away from that. You have to ask a question, what can I do better? Free from these vasanas. That's all is the question. If I become free from these vasanas, is there something I can do? And that too today, not tomorrow. Now, if there's no answer for that, you have to continue to do what you are doing until you have clarity. By not doing this and doing something else, it will be better for. My energies are utilized better way. There's no answer which anybody can give. Ultimately, you have to give the answer is this. From selfishness, a tinge of selfishness to selflessness, I can give completely. Without reward, can I do something? Okay. Can I do it for more? That's the outward. It's called Loka Kalyana. Can I do something for my own inner obsession? Shravana, Manana, you have to do. Anyway, Nididya says, observe what's happening inside. Is there noise? Monkeys are there, donkeys are there, or animals are there? Observe them. Gradually they'll start going down. Atma Mokshartham, Jagaditaya is the way of life. Now the question here comes, your question is, should I spend more time in Atma Mokshartham? Should I spend more time in Jagaditaya? Right? Spend time in Jagaditaya also. But that doesn't mean that you're not doing self-inquiry. If you're aware that you're self and doing any action, there's an action only. There's the action with rulership only.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to close your eyes. By closing your eyes, you're getting additional benefit that something hidden is coming out of it. Right? Now, by I'm doing this, is there something else I can do? Yes, you do, but don't do a drastic change. Start doing it today. Okay, do little. That little will become big. Then this is the time to drop this. In my own life, I was working for 9 to 9 in the evening, doing meditation for evening. My survival requirement for many years, I had to work. Then at the same time, weekends I used to conduct satsang classes, Saturday, Sunday. Imagine how many days I have been spending like that. 8 days work, weekend, satsang. Gradually, the satsang activity started growing. It's not that one day I decided to do satsang. It's not that one day I'll do something. It is a slow growth. And slow, at the same time, my survival needs also start coming down. And one day, this takes off, this grows, rise. Like that, what you think you can do better than what you did, don't do it drastically. Start experimenting, slowly. If that experiment is successful, that means you're doing better. That also you have to do, only if your bliss is calling you. If your bliss is saying, this is blissful, do it. But only, you have to be very aware of yourself. Is there a tinge of selfishness here? That you have to see. Because we are hiding our tinge of self-inquiry.
This is most of the people are grosthas. So there are guidelines.
Yeah.
Balya, Purushartha, there are guidelines.
Right.
Guidelines is there is a time element.
Yeah.
The body also is strong at some time, and later on it becomes little less stronger. So the idea of Vanaprastha was given to, if you always do work, there's nothing wrong, but there's a gradual decrease, all because of the guidelines.
Yeah.
So the guidelines, some people will follow strictly, some people might have a overlap.
So you are speaking of Gayatri, can you change the recording?